Example. Solve the equation x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0 by using completing the square. So as you can see, it is given that we have an equation x squared plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. In order to solve this quadratic equation, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a formula, and the formula is like a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and that is basically equal to a plus b whole square. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to consider the first two terms of these two equations. So basically, I'm going to compare a square with x square, and if I compare, you can see a square is equal to x square, which simply means that a is my plus minus x. But I'm just considering the value of a as positive, so I will take a equals to x. So this is the value of a after comparing equation 1 and 2. Now let's compare the second term of the equation. And as you can see, I have 2ab is equal to 2x. Now, as you can see, a is equal to x, so I'm going to substitute x for this a. So I will write 2xb is equal to 2x. Now, I want to find the value of b, so I need to get rid of 2x. So only way I can think of dividing both sides by 2x. So if I divide both sides by 2x, you can see this 2x is cancelled out from both the two sides, left and right, and I have only what? B is equal to 1. So if you look closely at the first equation, I have b square over here, and that is the only term that I'm missing in the second equation. And somehow if I add b square with the second equation, which will be like 1 square, I can definitely use the right hand side of the equation, or the formula I should say. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add b square with my actual equation, and if I add b square with my actual equation, I also need to subtract b square because I don't want to change the overall value of the equation. So I'm going to write x squared plus 2x plus my b square is basically 1 square minus 1 square, because I'm adding and subtracting the same number at the same time so that there is no change in the value of the equation. And then I have negative 3 left, so I will write negative 3 is equal to 0. So as you can see, this is my a square plus this is my 2ab plus this is my b square. So basically, for this whole term, I can definitely substitute a plus b whole square. So I'm going to write a plus b whole square. So my a is basically x plus my b square is 1. So I will write x plus 1 whole square, and then I have negative 1 square is basically negative 1 minus this 3, and that is equal to 0. Now I'm going to simplify this expression further. So basically I will add these two numbers because they are negative 1 and negative 3, so their nature is same. So I will write x plus 1 whole square minus negative 1 minus negative 3 is negative 4 is equal to 0. In order to find the value of x plus 1, what I need to do, I need to get rid of this 4. And only way I can think of, if I add 4 on both sides. And if I add 4 on both sides, I can get rid of this term right here, and my left side will be x plus 1 whole square is equal to 0 plus 4, which is 4. Now I'm going to carry my x plus 1 whole square is equal to 4 on this side. So I will write x plus 1 whole square is equal to 4. I need to find the value of x plus 1, so I need to take the square root on both sides, and if I take the square root, I will get left hand side as x plus 1, and my right hand side will be plus minus square root of 4 is 2. As you can see, I have two values for the expression. One is with positive 2 and the other one is with negative 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate these two expressions. So I will write taking positive sign, and if I do that, I will write x plus 1 is equal to 2. I need to find the value of x, so only way I can do if I move this one to the other side, and only thing I can think of is if I subtract 1 from both sides. So if I subtract 1 from both sides, this 1 will be cancelled out and I have x on the left side, and on right side I have 2 minus 1, which is 1. So the one value of x is basically 1. Now let's take the negative sign, so I will write taking negative sign, and if I do that, I will write x plus 1 is equal to negative 2. So I need to find x, so I need to get rid of this one, and only way I can think of if I move this one to the other side. And how do I move it? You know the answer. I need to subtract 1 from both sides. So this one is cancelled out. I have x is equal to negative 2 minus negative 1 is negative 3. So the value of x is basically negative 3. So my answer for this quadratic equation is basically x is equal to 1 and x is equal to negative 3. So basically I have two roots for the equation. X squared plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, which is basically x equals to 1 and negative 3.